So, in other words, calling is static throughout your life, but purpose is dynamic. So, for me, there's a huge difference between calling and purpose. Okay, and a lot of people confuse the two, and I understand why. So, calling it's what you're called to do. That's your life mission on earth. Purpose, it's what you then do with your calling. I always say that purpose is dynamic, but calling is static. Okay. So let's say, for example, you are a wordsmith. Okay. That's your calling. You're called to speak. In primary school or high school, you were a public speaker engaging in regional or school, inter-school, competitions that required you to, speak before people. Then, post-matric, you're like, you know what? I really love the spoken word. How about I choose a career path that is aligned with who I am and what my interests are? Then you go to study journalism. You then become a journalist. What do you do on a daily basis? You interview people. What are you still using? Your words, right? Ultimately, your calling. Then after 4 years, you're like, you know what? I'm really tired of journalism. I want to do something different. Then you're like, you know what? How about I then become a pastor or a minister? I have that calling. You go into that space. What are you still doing? Using your words. You are speaking. So, in other words, calling is static throughout your life, but purpose is dynamic. You apply it or use it in different ways depending on where you are in the stage of your life. Initially at school, you were a public speaker. The calling is static. However, the way that you used your calling, which is purpose, was different to now that you are a minister. Like you speak before a congregation of 200 or even less than that of people. And when you are a journalist, you were still using your calling, but then now to communicate about political issues that are happening in the country. So purpose changes, but your calling stays the same.